And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to USCA Aiken for today's Peach Belt Conference softball matchup featuring the visiting Flagler Saints and your USCA Aiken Pacers. I'm Marcus Johnson. Thank you for joining us for this afternoon's contest. Pacers coming into today's game with a 18-21 overall mark. They're 6-9 in the Peach Belt Conference. Flagler, currently nationally ranked top 20 team, 25-9 with a 12-6 mark on road games and 10-2 in the Peach Belt. In the circle today, getting the start for the Pacers is going to be Lakin Phillips. She deals a 1-0 pitch in, and it's upstairs for a ball. Sydney Stewart, the leadoff batter here for the Saints. Take a look at Stewart's lines right now. She's batting .448 on the season. She has 10 home runs and 38 RBIs. Both of those are top of the squad. But not a shocker why she's the leadoff batter, as that one hits the inside corner for a strike, 2-1. And her counterpart, Lakin Phillips, making her 13th start on the season, 16th appearance overall. She's 10-3 on the year with a 2.82 ERA, 8 complete games, 104 strikeouts to 39 walks. And she just deals another strike to even the count up at 2-2. Two-two pitch on its way, and that one's going to be fouled into the screen. We'll do it over. Swing and a miss. Stewart down on strikes for the first out. Oh, well, we got the chance. Let's take a look at the Flagler lineup. Again, Sydney Stewart was the leadoff batter. Catching and batting second is going to be Emily Ricci. Batting third and playing second base is Hannah Smith. In the cleanup spot is going to be Kylie McQuillan. She's over at third. And in the 5 spot, it'll be Reese Snipes, who's playing first base in today's contest, as this one is fouled off by Ricci. Center fielder in today's game will bat 6th. That's going to be Kylie Neer, followed by the designated player Raquel Justice. In the 8 spot, right fielder Jordan Moss. And in left field, rounding out the order, will be Brooke Maher. Pitch is going to be upstairs for a ball. It's 1-1. Check down to the first base umpire to see if she went around. She did not. One pitch on its way to the Saints catcher. That's going to be low and inside for a ball. Two-one on its way. That one's going to hit the corner for a strike, 2-2. Ricci coming into the game with a .381 average on the season, 1 homer and 21 RBIs. Ricci, one of the leaders on the base path for Flagler. She has 16 stolen bases on the year, so definitely somebody they want to get out without reaching first, as this one's fouled off her foot. Count staying at 2-2. Fouled off again. Ricci's sending that one out into the parking lot. Flagler coming off a tremendous week, which saw them take a series from the number 8 team in the country, North Georgia, 2-3, and then a sweep of Columbus State at Columbus State. Well, Flagler really playing well right now. It's going to be up to the Pacers to try to slow their hot streak down. Full count pitch is going to be grounded into center field. It's a base hit. Ricci aboard with a single. That'll bring up Hannah Smith. Smith boasting a .382 batting average on the year with 3 homers and 31 RBIs. Very patient at the plate. Tied for the lead in walks with 20. Pitch outside for a ball. Runner takes off as it was dropped. We'll probably score that one a pass ball to give the Saints a runner in scoring position. In for a call strike, and it's 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Phillips dealing the 1-2. Try to get her chase outside. Smith holds off to even the count up. Swing and a miss. Chased a high fastball. Phillips gets Smith for the strikeout. Kylie McQuillan will dig in now. Runner on second, 2 out here in the top of the first inning. That pitch in there for a call strike. McQuillan, a .331 average, 2 homers, 34 RBIs. The 34 RBIs are second only behind Stewart. In there for another call strike, it's 0-2. And Phillips deals. Fouled off. And that'll hit the ground. So we'll do the 0-2 over. Again, the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Phillips striking out McQuillan to close out the inning. Runner left on second base. We're going to the bottom of the first. Pacers coming to bat. No score. And welcome back, folks. Bottom of the first inning about to get underway. Let's take a look at that USCA lineup. Leading things off is going to be the shortstop, Autumn Fisher. Batting second, center fielder Lydia Johnson. Kate Newberry in the hole right now. She's over at second base with Mallory Shaver, the first baseman, batting cleanup. Lakin Phillips, who's in the circle, is batting fifth with Alexis Stout, the designated player, right behind her in the sixth. Molly Rawlings, the catcher, bats seventh with Anna Turner, the left fielder, batting eighth. And Ashlyn White, who's getting the start in right field, rounds out the order in the 9 spot. As we said, Autumn Fisher leading things off for the Pacers. Batting .333 on the season. She's got a trio of home runs and 17 RBIs. As this pitch bounces for a ball, and the count is now 1-2. Alyssa Hunter, the starting pitcher for Flagler. She is making her 15th start on the season, 17th appearance overall. She's got a 3.73 ERA with an 11-2 record and 10 complete games on the season. This one's rocketed out to left field. That'll be a base hit. Fisher gets things going for the Pacers with a knock here in the bottom of the first. I'll bring up Lydia Johnson. Lays down a nice bunt here, and they are not going to get her. Johnson beats it out. So the sacrifice bunt turns into an infield hit, and there are runners on first and second for the Pacers. Nice piece of hitting there by Johnson. Didn't even give me a chance to give her stat line, so we'll go ahead and say that now. Johnson now batting a little over .281 with that hit. 13 RBIs on the year. And now Kate Newberry will dig in with 2 on and nobody out. Top hitter for the Pacers at .395. 6 home runs, 32 RBI. She leads the Pacers in pretty much every statistical category on offense. Except stolen bases. She is 2 for 2 on stolen bases, but that honor belongs to Fisher with 12. This one fouled off out of play and leaving the count at 1-1. 1-1 pitch is low and inside, 2-1. Really good 1-2 punch coming up here for the Pacers with Newberry followed by Shavers. This is a swing and a miss on a high pitch for 2-2. Two-two pitch fouled off. Newberry just catches a piece of it to stay alive. Other foul ball. Newberry doing a good job battling at the plate. High and outside, ball gets away, runners move up, and everybody is safe. Full count. Call that one a pass ball. And the Pacers now have 2 runners in scoring position with nobody out. Takes a little bit of the pressure off of Newberry. As the payoff pitch is high for ball 4. Kate Newberry, patience pays off. She'll take the walk. And the Pacers have the bases loaded for Mallory Shaver. Shaver, another dominant offensive performer for the Pacers throughout her career, batting .300 even with 6 home runs and 26 RBIs. And has a real chance to do some damage here with the bases loaded and nobody out. Goes after the first pitch, lines it out into right field. That'll be caught. And it's a double play, and it's a triple play to end the inning. Wow. Base running miscues, and just like that, the Pacers went from bases loaded and nobody out to inning-ending triple play. Run does score, however, so they do have the lead, but that is definitely a blow, to say the least. We're going to take a break. Be back in just a minute. So just conferred with the scoring table. It is the bottom of the first inning ended on a 9-3-5 triple play. However, Valerie Shaver does pick up a sacrifice fly and an RBI for her efforts. Now we're in the top of the second inning. Flagler down 1-0 to the Pacers. And leading things off will be Reese Snipes. Pitch in there for a strike to even the count up at 1-1. The Snipes batting .385 on the year. She has 5 homers and 31 RBIs. Pitch upstairs. It's 2-1. I'm going to appeal down to first to see if she went around. She did not. The count stays right where it is at 2 balls and a strike. Pitch is low and inside, 3-1. And the pitch from Phillips, swing and a miss, full count. And the payoff pitch. Way upstairs, goes all the way to the screen. And so it'll be a leadoff walk to Snipes. Kyle Lanier will dig in now with a runner on first and nobody out. First pitch in for a call strike on her. .333 average on the season. She has 2 home runs and 18 RBIs. Grounds it to third. They're going to try to turn 2. The throw to second is in time, and that's all they're going to get. So the fielder's choice erases the leadoff runner. And Raquel Justice will dig in now with a runner on first again, but now with 1 out. Justice, the designated player for Flagler. batting .318 on the season. She has 4 RBIs, playing in only her 16th game this year. And Phillips deals, and therefore strike 0-1. The 0-1 runner goes. Pitches in for a strike. Throw down to second. Not going to be in time. So a stolen base for Neer. Count moves to 0-2 at the plate to Justice. High and outside. 1-2. On 2 pitches fouled off. We'll do it over. Changeup just missed low and inside. Leaving the count up at 2-2. Fouled off again. And the 2-2 again. Change up in for a call. Strike 3 right on the inside corner. And Justice down looking. 4th strikeout of the day for Lakin Phillips. I'll bring up right fielder Jordan Moss. Moss, the .284 average on the season. Has 1 home run and 15 RBIs. 2 outs and a runner on second. She'll foul off the first pitch for strike 1. The 0-1. Fly ball, foul territory. That one's going to hook out of play. Another 0-2 pitch fouled off. It's a tad late. Count stays at 0-2. And again, the 0-2 pitch. This one's a fly ball out into right field. This will stay in fair territory and be caught for the third and final out. Well, Flagler gets a runner in scoring position, but they are unable to convert again. It's still 1-0 as we move to the bottom of the second. Then the bottom of the second inning we go, and pitcher Lakin Phillips will lead it off for the Pacers. Phillips only has 21 at-bats on the year, but she's batting .333. Pitch is outside for ball one. Phillips also has 1 homer and 6 RBIs on the season. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. One pitch from Hunter is upstairs, 2-1. Fouled off, and it's 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. Upstairs and inside, it's a full count. And the payoff pitch. Bounces it in front of home plate. That is a walk to Phillips to lead off the bottom of the second. I'll bring the designated player, Alexis Stout. Stout batting .220 on the year. She's got 7 RBIs. Runner on first base, nobody out, once again for the Pacers, as this pitch is in for a call strike. Outside snap throw down to first base. Not going to be in time. Phillips gets it back in under the tag. The 1-1. Ball gets away. And I think they're going to say she didn't try to get out of the way of that. Oh, it's going to be called a strike. It's count now 1-2. This one's popped up. Right near short. Catch is made for the first out. Molly Rawlings will step to the plate now. Pacers catcher. Only batting .185, but she has a home run with 2 RBIs as the first pitch is in there for a strike. The 0-1. Fouled off. 0-2. Lined up the middle and into center field for a base hit. Just out of the reach of the glove of Hunter. And Rawlings picks up a base knock to put runners on first and second with only 1 out. We'll bring Anna Turner to the plate. A .236 average on the season. She's got 5 RBIs as well. First pitch in for a call strike. The 0-1. Goes after an inside pitch, grounds it slowly to the left side. Throw over to first is going to be in time, but that's going to move both runners up. I'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Ashlyn White. White also on the lower end of the average list, batting a 130 on the year. Goes after that one, lines it, but just foul. White has picked up a triple on this season. Swing and a miss. Chase after one, and it's quickly 0-2. A little bit of mixing of speed there from Hunter. Delta fastball, then went with a changeup. We'll see what her third option is. Goes back to the fastball and misses upstairs, 1-2. We're getting a call of time here from the Flagler dugout. They want to have a little meeting in the circle. Interesting move to make. She's got a 1-2 count, despite there being runners on second and third. Hunter has looked good at this at-bat so far. And here's the 1-2 pitch. Another fastball, popped it up to third, and the catch will be made for the third and final out. Pacers put 2 more runners on, but can't bring them home. We're going to the third inning. It's still 1-0 USCA. So the top of the third inning we go. And leading things off for Flagler is going to be Brooke Maher. Pacers leading 1-0. Pitch upstairs, and it's going to be ball 1. They're batting 274 on the year. She's got 7 RBIs on the season as well. And this one's upstairs, 2-0. Two-0 pitch is in for a call strike. That'll move the count to 2-1. Pitch from Phillips, fouled off out of play. Now leaving things up at 2-2. Another foul ball. Just got the piece of it. Another foul ball. They're doing a good job battling. Hot shot to third, but again, foul. Phil's been dealing fastballs, and Mayers has just been a hair behind on each of them. Line to third and caught. Madison Rogers barely had to move from her spot over at the hot corner, flashing some nice leather as Mayer goes down for the first out. Back to the top of the order will be Autumn Fisher. Or not Autumn Fisher, Sydney Stewart. I'm looking at the wrong roster. Stewart struck out her first time up, and she's got a 1-0 count. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Another swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Fouled off, and that one's just going to drop into the grass. Stay a 1-2 count. Again, the 1-2 is going to miss upstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Popped up behind the plate, and again out of play. And the count worked full by Stewart. And the payoff pitch. Up the middle and into center field for a base hit. So Stewart improves to 1 for 2 on the day. I'll bring up Emily Ricci. Saints catcher singled in her first at bat. 1 on and 1 out here in the top of the third inning. Pacers leading 1-0. Pitch on the corner. 0-1. The 0-1 from Phillips is going to be sent out into the gap in right center field. That's going to go to the wall for extra bases. They're going to wave Stewart home. She will score, and Flagler has tied the game up on the RBI double from Emily Ritchie. That'll bring up Hannah Smith. Smith 0 for 1 with a strikeout today. Runner on second, still one out. Here in the top of the third inning of a now 1-1 ball game. Fly ball, foul territory. That'll end up out of play. The 0-1. Fouled back. 0-2. Fouled off again down the third baseline. The count stays at 0-2. Once again, the 0-2 to Smith. She sends this one high into the air into left field. This one drifting towards the warning track. It's off the glove. Coming around to score is Ritchie. We'll see how they score that one. Well, they are going to score that one a hit. So an RBI double for Smith. I'll bring up Kylie McQuillan. McQuillan struck out in her first at-bat as well. And again, runner on second base with only one out. Flagler now leading 2-1. First pitch from Phillips finds the zone for strike one. Swing and a miss, chased a pitch way out of the zone, and it's 0-2. Slow ground ball to third. Throw to first for one, and there's going to be no play over at third base as Smith advances. So 5-3 ground out for McQuillan, and they'll bring up Reese Snipes, who walked in her first plate appearance. A runner on third with two outs. Flagler leading 2-1 as this pitch is low for a ball. Changeup finds the zone. 1-1. The 1-1 is upstairs. 2-1. Phillips' 2-1 pitch is fouled off. 2-2. Counts all evened up. And the 2-2 to Snipes. To second. Played on a hop. And the quick toss over to first will put an end to the inning, leaving one runner stranded. But Flagler picks up a pair of runs. They now lead the Pacers 2-1 as we go to the home half of the third. To the bottom of the third inning we go. Pacers now trailing the Saints 2-1. And leadoff batter Autumn Fisher will get things started for the Pacers in the home half of the third. Goes after the pitch and fouls it off. Well, Fisher singled in her first at-bat and ended up scoring on a triple play back in the first. Fouled off, and it's 0-2. Outside, 1-2. Grounded foul. Fisher just catching a piece of it. Another foul ball. Fisher doing a nice job battling. Popped it up. Shallow left field. Going back and making the catch will be the shortstop Stewart for the first out. I'll bring up center fielder Lydia Johnson. Singled her first time up. Goes after the first pitch. She'll pop it up into shallow right field this time. That one will be caught for the second out. After a pair of pop-ups, Kate Newberry will step to the plate. Walked in her first at-bat, or first plate appearance. Nobody on, 2 out. Sends the first pitch foul, strike one. The 0-1, swing and a miss, 0-2. Pitch high and outside. And it's now a 1-2 count. The 1-2 pitch, ripped foul. Both teams doing a really good job of protecting the plate in these at-bats. Missed outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two pitch, swing and a miss. Got it with a pitch upstairs, and Newberry goes down on strikes to close out the third. A 1-2-3 inning. We're off to the fourth. Flagler up 2-1. The top of the fourth inning we go. Flagler will lead things off with Kylie Neer. Neer grounded into a fielder's choice. Managed to steal a base, though, when she reached. Goes after the first pitch, pops it up right back to the circle, and Phillips calls everybody off to make the catch. I'll bring up Raquel Justice, the DP. Struck out looking in her first at-bat. 1 out, nobody on, in the top of the fourth. Pitch missed way upstairs, 1-0. Upstairs, 2-0. Another pitch up out of the zone, and it's 3-0 now. And the 3-0 pitch. Just missed upstairs. So Justice with a 1-out walk. That'll bring up Jordan Moss. Flew out to right in her first at bat. Goes after the first pitch, fouls it off, out of play, strike one. The 0-1 pitch, changeup missed upstairs, 1-1. One from Phillips, a swing and a miss, 1-2. Another pitch high, 2 balls, 2 strikes, counts all evened up. And we'll get fouled off by Moss, keeping the count frozen at 2-2. Ground ball to second. We'll see if they turn 2. There's one. The throw to first is not in time. Moss able to beat it out by just a half step. Well, Base is doing a good job trying to quickly turn that. They did get the lead runner. So Justice is erased. Moss reaches on the fielder's choice. That'll bring up Brooke Mayer. They're lined out to Madison Rogers over at third in her first at bat. Runner goes. Throw down to second, not going to be in time. Even if the throw was on the mark, that was going to be a tough play to make. So Moss takes second with the stolen base. So it'll put a runner in scoring position for the Saints and a 1-0 count at the plate. Pitch just missing. 2-0. The 1-0 is fouled off. 1-1. Correction, that's 2-1. Scoreboard was a little behind. Two on to Mayer. She's going to lay down a bunt. Rogers picks it up. Can't get the throw off to first. And wandering a little too far off of third was Moss, but she's able to make it back to the bag safely. It would have been a tough play to make had Rogers gotten that ball over there cleanly. I think they're going to score that one an infield hit. So back to the top of the order, it's Sydney Stewart, 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Runners on the corners for the Saints here as they look to add some insurance here in the top of the 4th inning. Pitch in for a strike, 0-1. Runner goes. This one's popped up. Foul territory first base side, and that one will be caught for the third and final out. The Saints leave a pair stranded. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Pacers down by one. Into the bottom of the fourth inning we go. Mallory Shaver will lead it off for the Pacers as the Saints lead USC Aiken 2-1. Shaver, well, kind of hard to understand what happened. She hit a fly ball out to right field in her last at bat. Originally, we were scoring it a sacrifice fly, as this one's grounded this second. One away. But originally, we scored it a sacrifice fly, but then later on, the scores table changed it to just a fly out and no RBI after the triple play was turned. Now one away with nobody on, and Lakin Phillips, the pitcher, will dig in. She walked in her first plate appearance. Pitch inside, ball one. The 1-0 is fouled off. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Changeup finds the zone, 1-2. In for a call, strike three, right on the outside corner. And Phillips goes down looking for the second out. The designated player, Alexis Stout, will step into the box. Flew out to short in her first at bat. Goes after the first pitch, grounds it foul, strike one. The 0-1. Inside 1-1. High and outside, 2-1. Just missed low. Looked like a good pitch. Umpire thought it was just out of the zone, however, and that'll make it a 3-1 count on Stout. Just catches the inside corner, and it's a full count. Fouled off out of play. We'll do it over. Payoff pitch again is fouled off. As Stout battles to stay alive. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Stout goes down swinging for the third and final out. The bases go down in order again. We go to the fifth. Still 2-1 Flagler. Top of the fifth inning, and the Saints lead the Pacers 2-1. Marcus Johnson here again. Thank you for joining us for Friday afternoon softball. This is game one of a three-game set between the Saints and the Pacers. Doubleheader scheduled for tomorrow afternoon. Now, the leadoff batter for Flagler this inning is going to be Emily Ritchie. 2 for 2 today, a single, a double, a run scored, and an RBI. Lakin Phillips deals, and this one just going to miss. Steven the count at 1-1. The 1-1 is upstairs, 2-1. Here's a ground ball to short. Grab, throw, just in time. Autumn Fisher doing a nice job getting over to cover that as she guns down Ritchie for the first out. Hannah Smith will step to the plate now. She's got an RBI double on the day, 1 for 2. First pitch, she's going to line that one into left field. That'll be a base hit. Anna Turner will cut that off and get the ball in, so it'll be a single for Hannah Smith. I'll bring up Kylie McQuillan. Runner on first, 1 out here in the top of the fifth inning. McQuillan 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Pitch is low for a ball, 1-0. Fouled off, out of play, and it's 1-1. Good looking pitch. Just catches the corner. 1-2. Turns on that one and sent it out into deep left field. That one's going to be off the wall. We got a little, almost a mix-up here, as holding up at second was Smith. McQuillan was fully intent on going for the double, but with Smith holding up, she's only going to end up picking up a single. The ball got in very quickly there, so some good defense by the Pacers despite the base hits. As it was Lydia Johnson who read that perfectly and got the ball in. It looks like we're going to have a pinch runner come in at second base. That pinch runner, as soon as we get the number, we'll let you know. It's going to be number 20, Kirsten James. So Reese Snipes at the plate now with runners on first and second with one out. 0 for 1 with a walk and a ground out as she swings and misses at the first pitch for strike one. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. O2 pitch, inside, 1-2. And the 1-2 from Phillips is upstairs, and it's 2-2. Snipes not chasing after anything. He's waiting for that pitch to come down into the zone. And this one's fouled off into the screen. We'll do it over. Popped it up. Shallow center field, and coming in to make the catch is Johnson. The Snipe sits down on the pop out. That'll bring up Kyle Lanier. Reached on a fielder's choice and popped out to the circle. 2 on and 2 out. Runners on first and second. Goes after that one, pops it up third base side foul territory, and going over and making the catch is the catcher, Molly Rawlings. Covering a lot of ground there for catcher as she sits down near for the third and final out. The Saints still clinging to a 1-run lead as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning with the Pacers coming to the plate. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth inning, and Molly Rawlings made a nice catch to close out the top half of the fifth. We'll start off the bottom of the fifth at the plate. First pitch up and in. She gets out of the way for ball one. Or strike one. Scoreboard says it was strike one. This one's fouled off. And it is 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch is fouled off. An 0-2 count. Rawlings singled her first time up. And she'll foul that one off of her foot. Another foul ball. Rawlings catching a piece of it. Reaches out and just catches a piece of that one. Good job there to protect. And the pitch, did she go around? The appeal down to first says she did not. Count now 1-2. And the 1-2 from Hunter is popped up, foul territory, first base side. And that one will be caught by Snipes for the first out. A pinch hitter coming in. Kalia Hensick will take over at the plate for Anna Turner, who grounded out her one time up. Hensick, a 111 batting average, but she has 2 home runs on the season to go along with 3 RBIs. Pitch low and inside for a ball. One out. Fouled off, 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. High and outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. A foul ball there. 2-2 count on Hensick. 1 out, nobody on. And low and inside, it's a full count. Payoff pitch is fouled off. We'll do it over. Outside, ball 4. And Hensick wins the battle at the plate. She will take the one-out walk. I'll bring up Ashlyn White. Popped out to third, her first at-bat. Runner on first base with one out for the Pacers here in the bottom of the 5th inning as they still trail Flagler 2-1. That should not have been a tongue twister. Lays down a bunt. Throw over to first is going to go wide. A bad throw, and here comes the play at the plate. Not going to be in time. Hensick gets in there. Even if the throw had been good, she would have got in under the tag. And the Pacers have tied the ball game up at 2. Flagler, I think, is going to try to call or try to argue that there was interference over at first base. As White, when she reached the bag, she might have made contact with Snipes over at first. The umpires are going to get together to discuss the play. As it stands right now, Pacers have tied it up. The official scoring is a hit and an error to move the runners up. And I think they are actually going to end up putting Hensick back over at third. And that is indeed going to be the play. Coach Jacqueline Poole not too pleased with that call. Still trying to argue her case from the coach's box at third. Well, either way, runners now at second and third for the Pacers with one out. Once again down 2-1. Back to the top of the order, though, and it's Autumn Fisher. She singled and scored a run today, 1 for 2. Pitch outside, ball 1. Well, despite not getting the run in, at least the order's been turned over. And so Coach Poole has got the exact player she wants up in this kind of situation. I think Flagler knows that as they go into the circle to have a quick meeting. We're going to take a very short break. Be right back. Strategy session over. We'll get back to softball. It's a 1-0 count at the plate to Fisher. She popped out her last at bat, but she's 1 for 2 on the day. Looking to tie this game up as this ball gets away, but not far enough away as Ritchie able to chase after it quick enough to hold the runners. Lydia Johnson is due up after Fisher. She's also 1 for 2 today with a single. 2-0 count to Fisher at the plate. As Hunter deals, this one's fouled off out of play. The 2-1 is popped up. This one's not going to clear the infield. And it's going to be caught by the shortstop Stewart right at the edge of the circle for the second out. That will bring up Lydia Johnson. Now with runners on second and third and 2 out. Pitch on the outside. 1-0. Another pitch outside. It's 2-0. Changeup finds the zone. It's 2-1. Well, if Johnson can at least get on base, Pacers have the dangerous duo of Newberry and Shaver due up next. And she's going to rocket this one into center field, and that's going to be over the head and into the wall. Both runs will score. Johnson's going for third. She will make it in there, and the Pacers are back out in front. It's 3-2. Lydia Johnson coming up in a big spot. She just needed to reach base. Instead, she clears the bases to give the Pacers the lead and bring up Kate Newberry. And Newberry rockets this one out into right field. This one's going to be gone. A 2-run shot for Kate Newberry, and the Pacer lead is now 5-2. How about that for a change in momentum? 4 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning, and the Pacers are in the driver's seat now. And we're going to have a little meeting in the circle for the Saints. And I think we're going to have a pitching change. Indeed, we are. We're going to take a break. Be back with a new thrower in the circle in just a moment. And welcome back, folks. The new pitcher is going to be Rachel Hester, taking over in the circle for Hunter. This is going to be Hester's 11th appearance on the year. She's got a 4-3 record and a 7.24 ERA. First pitch low for ball 1. Well, a triple from Lydia Johnson and a 2-run blast from Kate Newberry have completely changed this game in favor of the Pacers, who were down 2-1, now leading 5-2. The 1-1 pitch is fouled back, and it's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch is going to be popped up right field. And there to make the catch is Moss for the third and final out. But the Pacers bring home 4 runs to take the lead 5-2. We go to the 6th inning. On the top of the sixth inning is going to be led off by Raquel Justice. Justice 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Pacers leading by 3 now over the Saints. And the pitch from Phillips is going to be upstairs, ball 1. The 1-0 is low, 2-0. Changeup finds the zone, and it's 2-1. In for a call strike, another changeup, and it's 2-2. Swing and a miss. Chased a pitch upstairs. And Justice goes down on strikes for the second time today. That'll bring up Jordan Moss. Reached on a fielder's choice and stole a base in her last plate appearance, or last at bat. She goes golfing for that one, strike 1. Slices that one out into right field, but going over and making the catch is Ashlyn White for the second out. Bring up the number 9 hitter, Brooke Mayer. Mayer singled and lined out to third. Phillips' first pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Pitch hits the corner. Good framing job there from Rawlings to get the call. It's 1-1. Check swing, fouled it off. 1-2. Another one upstairs. It's 2-2 now. Pitch low and away, full count. Three-two pitch. Swing and a miss. Phillips wins the battle as Brooke Mayer goes down on strikes. 6th strikeout of the day for Phillips. And that will close out the top of the 6th. We go to the bottom half. Pacers leading 5-2. home half of the sixth inning will get underway, and Lakin Phillips will lead it off. First pitch misses for ball one. Phillips 0 for 1, a strikeout and a walk on the day. Inside, 2-0. Up and in, 3-0. Changeup finds the zone, and it's 3-1. The 3-1 pitch is low for ball four. That's going to be a leadoff walk to Lakin Phillips to start off the sixth. And we're going to have a pinch hitter come in for Alexis Stout. Cameron Green will step to the plate now. And we're also going to have a pinch runner over at first. Pinch runner is going to be Perry Rouliard. Rouliard good on the bases with 9 stolen bases. Pitch just catches the inside corner for a strike. 0-1. Bunted, foul, and that'll just hit the screen for strike 2. Oh, 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3. And Green will go down looking for the first out. So Molly Rawlings steps to the plate now. Runner on first, 1 out. 1 for 2 today with a single. Pitch catches the inside corner for a call strike, 0-1. Shows bunt, pops it up though. That'll be caught in foul territory by Ricci for the second out. So Anna Turner will come to the plate. She was pinch hit for by Hensick in the previous plate appearance. So she grounded out in her 1 at-bat. Pitch in there for a call strike, 0-1. Loops this one, diving catch at second base. A nice catch by Hannah Smith for the third and final out. Stole a base hit away from Turner and closed out the bottom of the 6th, but we're going to the 7th inning. Pacers up by 3, trying to close it out. So we go to the top of the 7th inning. Pacers up by 3 on the Flagler Saints, trying to close out game 1 of the 3-game set with a win. They will have to go through the top of the Flagler order in Stewart, Ritchie, and Smith to try to close it out. Phillips will remain in the circle to try to get the complete game win. And the first pitch is fouled off by Stewart, strike 1. Well, Stewart is 1 for 3 today. She singled and scored a run. The 0-1. Missed outside, 1-1. High fly ball, right field. And that one is caught by Ashlyn White, who just had to camp out underneath it, barely moved for the first out. Emily Ritchie to the plate now. She is 2 for 3 with a single, a double, an RBI, and a run scored. First pitch in there, strike 1. Another fly ball, long run here, and getting over and making the grab is White for the second out. I'll bring up Hannah Smith, the last chance for the Saints. Smith is also 2 for 3 with an RBI double and a single. First pitch outside, ball 1. The 1-0, fouled off, just down the third base line. It's 1-1. Low and away, 2-1. Two one from Phillips. Just missed outside, 3-1. And the 3-1 pitch is bowled to the plate. And Phillips, looks like she just didn't step right off the rubber. So it'll be a 2-out walk to Smith to keep the Saints' hopes alive. And I'll bring up Kylie McQuillan. Coach Poole going out to the circle to chat with Phillips, make sure she's okay. Go over the approach here to McQuillan. 1 for 3 day for number 18, as She singled in her last at bat. Runner on first, 2 outs, top of the 7th inning. Pitches upstairs, goes to the screen. That'll send Smith over to second base on the wild pitch. The 1-0. Just missed outside, 2-0. Changeup finds the zone, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Fly ball out into center field. This one's going to go to the warning track, and at the wall, making the catch is Lydia Johnson to close out the game as the Pacers take down the 20th ranked Saints to take a 1-0 lead in the weekend series. A huge win for the Pacers and for Lake and Phillips. Well, these two teams will be back in action tomorrow for the doubleheader. Game 1 starting at 1 o'clock p.m. and Game 2 for 3 p.m. as the Pacers hope to take a series win from their in-conference rival and nationally ranked foe. But until then, I'm Marcus Johnson. So thank you so much for joining us for this afternoon's contest, and we'll see you tomorrow for more softball action.